An 82-year-old woman walked into her doctor's office, barely able to lift a grocery bag. Her muscles had withered. Her energy was gone. Blood tests showed dangerously low protein levels. Her doctor told her to eat more eggs, more chicken, more meat. But she couldn't. Her digestion couldn't handle it. Her stomach rejected it. She was losing hope until a nutritionist whispered one word to her: spirulina. Within 90 days, her muscle mass increased by 12%. Her strength doubled, and her blood work shocked every doctor in the room, because this one food, this tiny green powder, contains 10 times more protein per gram than eggs, and it's been hiding in plain sight for decades. If you're over 60 and struggling with weakness, fatigue, or muscle loss, what you're about to discover could change everything. Stay with me. Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Carter, and welcome to Seniors Life Health, the channel where we bring you research-backed, senior-friendly health strategies that actually work in real life, not just in textbooks. Today, we're diving into something that's going to challenge everything you thought you knew about protein. We're talking about foods that deliver more protein than eggs, more muscle-building power than chicken, and more energy than any supplement bottle promises. And no, we're not talking about expensive powders or hard-to-find superfoods. Most of these are sitting in your local grocery store right now, waiting for you to discover them. Now, before we go any further, I want you to do me a favor. Drop a comment below and tell me, how old are you, where are you watching from, and have you been struggling with muscle weakness or low energy? I read every single comment, and your stories help shape the content we create here at Seniors Life Health. And if you find value in this video at any point, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps more seniors just like you discover information that could genuinely improve their quality of life. Now let's get into it. We're going to count down 7 protein-packed foods that science says are more powerful than eggs for building and maintaining muscle after 60. Some will surprise you. One might even sound strange. But all of them are backed by clinical research, and all of them work. But before we reveal these foods, we need to understand something critical. Something most doctors don't explain clearly enough. Your body after 60 does not process protein the same way it did when you were 30. It's not your fault. It's not because you're lazy or eating wrong. It's biology. Scientists call it anabolic resistance. Let me break that down in plain English. When you're young, your body is like a sponge. You eat protein and your muscles soak it up immediately. They rebuild, they repair, they grow stronger. But after 60, that sponge starts to dry out. Your muscles become resistant to the signals protein sends. It's like knocking on a door, but nobody answers. This is why many seniors eat chicken, fish, and eggs every day, but still feel weak, still lose muscle, still struggle to lift groceries or climb stairs. The protein is going in, but it's not being used efficiently. And here's the scary part. After age 60, you lose about 3 to 8% of your muscle mass every decade if you don't actively fight it. That's called sarcopenia, and it's one of the biggest reasons seniors fall, break bones, lose independence, and end up in nursing homes. But here's the good news, the news that changes everything. Recent studies show that certain proteins can break through that resistance. They contain specific amino acids in specific ratios that activate something called the mTOR pathway. Think of mTOR as the master switch in your cells that says, yes, build muscle now, and the protein sources we're about to reveal. They flip that switch better than almost anything else. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed these high-quality proteins saw muscle protein synthesis rates similar to people in their 20s. Not slightly better, not a little improvement. Similar to their 20s. That's the power we're unlocking today. So when I say these foods have more protein than eggs, I don't just mean quantity, I mean quality, bioavailability, amino acid profile, digestibility, all the factors that actually matter for your aging muscles. Now let's count down from number 7 to number 1, and I promise you, by the time we reach number 1, you'll understand exactly why doctors and nutritionists are calling it the most complete protein on the planet. Let's start with number 7. Lentils, the budget-friendly muscle builder that nobody talks about. Most seniors think plant-based proteins are weak. They think you need meat, eggs, and dairy to build real muscle, but lentils are about to prove that idea completely wrong. Here's the science. 1 cup of cooked lentils delivers 18 grams of protein. That's nearly as much as 3 large eggs, but with a bonus eggs can't match fiber, lots of it. 15 grams per cup to be exact. Now, why does fiber matter for muscle? Great question. Your gut health directly impacts how well you absorb protein. Studies from the Journal of Gerontology show that seniors with healthier gut bacteria absorb up to 30% more amino acids from their food. Lentils feed those good bacteria. They create an environment where protein doesn't just pass through you, it gets used. Plus, lentils are packed with magnesium, folate, and iron. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax properly. Folate supports red blood cell production, which carries oxygen to tired muscles. And iron. Iron prevents that exhausting fatigue so many seniors feel, even after a full night's sleep. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Dr. Carter, lentils aren't a complete protein. They don't have all 9 essential amino acids. You're right. On their own, they don't. But here's the trick. Pair lentils with brown rice, whole wheat bread, or quinoa, and boom, you've got a complete protein. All 9 amino acids working together to stimulate muscle growth. And the best part? Lentils cost less than $1 per serving. Compare that to a grass-fed steak or organic chicken breast. For seniors on a fixed income, lentils are a game changer. Here's how to prepare them simply. Rinse 1 cup of red lentils under cold water. Add them to a pot with 3 cups of water or low-sodium vegetable broth. Bring to a boil, then reduce heat and simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. Add a pinch of turmeric for anti-inflammatory benefits, some cumin for flavor, and a squeeze of lemon for vitamin C, which helps your body absorb the iron. You can eat them as a side dish, mash them into a spread, or add them to soups. They're gentle on digestion, they don't cause bloating, and they give you steady energy for hours. Lentils are proof that muscle-building nutrition doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. But if you think lentils are impressive, wait until you hear about number 6. Number 6. Hemp seeds, the tiny superfood with a massive nutritional punch. Now I can already hear some of you saying, wait, Dr. Carter, isn't hemp, marijuana? Let me clear this up right now. Hemp seeds contain 0 THC. None. They won't get you high, they won't show up on a drug test. They're completely legal in all 50 states. What they will do is deliver one of the most complete plant-based proteins available to humans. Just 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds give you about 10 grams of protein, and here's the key. All 9 essential amino acids. That makes hemp a complete protein just like eggs or chicken, but with some serious added benefits. First, hemp seeds are rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in the perfect 3.1 ratio. Why does that matter? Because these healthy fats reduce inflammation throughout your entire body. And inflammation is the silent enemy of muscle growth in seniors. Think about it. When your joints ache, when your muscles feel stiff, when you wake up sore for no reason, that's inflammation. It blocks recovery. It slows healing. Hemp seeds calm that inflammation naturally, which means your muscles can repair faster and grow stronger. A study from the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that seniors who added hemp protein to their diet experienced significantly less post-exercise muscle soreness and recovered 40% faster than those who did not. But there's more. Hemp seeds are incredibly easy to digest. Unlike whey protein, which can cause bloating in some seniors, or red meat, which can sit heavy in your stomach, hemp protein is gentle. Your body breaks it down smoothly and uses it efficiently. And for seniors dealing with constipation, a common problem as we age, hemp seeds are a blessing. They're high in both soluble and insoluble fiber, which keeps things moving naturally. Here's how to use hemp seeds in your daily routine. Sprinkle 3 tablespoons over your morning oatmeal. Blend them into a smoothie with banana, spinach, and unsweetened almond milk. Stir them into Greek yogurt with berries. Add them to salads for a nutty crunch. You can even mix them into pancake batter or muffin recipes. The flavor is mild, slightly nutty, and it doesn't overpower other foods. And because they're so small, they're easy to chew and swallow, which is important for seniors with dental issues. One more thing. Hemp seeds support heart health. They contain arginine, an amino acid that helps your blood vessels relax and improves circulation. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles, which means better performance and faster recovery. You can find hemp seeds at most grocery stores now, usually in the health food section. Look for organic, raw hemp hearts. Store them in the fridge to keep them fresh. So that's number 6. Hemp seeds are complete protein that fights inflammation, supports digestion, and fuels your muscles with everything they need to stay strong. But if you thought hemp seeds were powerful, number 5 is even more convenient, and you can drink it on the go. Number 5, Greek yogurt, the creamy protein that works while you sleep. Now I know yogurt doesn't sound revolutionary. You've probably eaten it 100 times. But here's what most seniors don't realize. Not all yogurt is created equal. Regular yogurt and Greek yogurt are completely different when it comes to muscle building. Greek yogurt is strained to remove most of the whey liquid, which concentrates the protein. 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt contains about 20 grams of protein. That's more than 3 large eggs, and it comes with a secret weapon, casein. Casein is a slow-digesting protein. Unlike whey, which your body absorbs quickly, casein releases amino acids into your bloodstream gradually over 6 to 8 hours. Think of it as a time-release formula for your muscles. Why is that important? Because your muscles don't stop working when you go to bed. In fact, most of your muscle repair and growth happens while you sleep. But if there's no protein available in your bloodstream during those hours, your body starts breaking down muscle tissue for fuel. That's called catabolism, and it's one of the main reasons seniors wake up feeling weak and stiff. A study from the British Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who consumed casein-rich foods like Greek yogurt before bed had up to 22% higher overnight muscle protein synthesis compared to those who did not. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between losing muscle and building it. But Greek yogurt offers more than just protein. It's loaded with probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that keep your gut healthy. And as I mentioned earlier, gut health is directly linked to how well you absorb nutrients, including protein. It also contains calcium, which protects your bones, vitamin B12, which supports nerve function and energy production, and potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. Now here's the critical part. You must choose plain unsweetened Greek yogurt. Flavored yogurts are packed with added sugars, sometimes 20 or 30 grams per serving. That sugar spikes your blood glucose, triggers inflammation, and completely undermines the benefits of the protein. Instead, buy plain Greek yogurt and add your own healthy toppings. A handful of fresh blueberries or strawberries for antioxidants. A sprinkle of cinnamon to help stabilize blood sugar. A tablespoon of ground flaxseed for omega-3s and fiber. A drizzle of raw honey if you need a touch of sweetness, but keep it minimal. Or try this. Mix Greek yogurt with a mashed banana and freeze it for a couple of hours. You'll have a high-protein, muscle-building ice cream that tastes indulgent but fuels your body brilliantly. For best results, eat Greek yogurt about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. It won't make you feel heavy or bloated. It digests smoothly, and it gives your muscles exactly what they need to repair and rebuild through the night. One more tip. If you're lactose intolerant, look for lactose-free Greek yogurt or try Greek yogurt made from goat's milk, which is often easier to digest. Greek yogurt is proof that convenience and nutrition can go hand in hand. It's available everywhere, it's affordable, and it works. But if you think Greek yogurt is impressive, number 4 takes nighttime muscle recovery to a whole new level. Number 4. Cottage cheese, the unsexy superfood that builds muscle while you dream. Cottage cheese has an image problem. It looks lumpy, it's not glamorous. Most people associate it with outdated diet trends from the 1980s. But here's what science knows that public perception doesn't. Cottage cheese is one of the single best foods for preserving and building muscle in seniors, especially overnight. Like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese is packed with casein, that slow-release protein we talked about. But cottage cheese has an even higher concentration of it. Half a cup of low-fat cottage cheese contains about 14 grams of protein, and about 80% of that protein is casein. That means when you eat cottage cheese before bed, your muscles get a steady stream of amino acids for up to 8 hours. Your body doesn't have to break down its own muscle tissue for fuel. Instead, it has everything it needs to repair the microscopic tears from your day, rebuild stronger fibers, and maintain the muscle mass you've worked so hard to keep. A clinical trial published in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that older adults who consumed cottage cheese before bed experienced muscle protein synthesis rates comparable to those who drank expensive post-workout protein shakes. And cottage cheese costs a fraction of the price. But the benefits go beyond just protein. Cottage cheese is rich in phosphorus, which works with calcium to strengthen your bones. It contains selenium, a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells from damage, and it's loaded with B vitamins, which help your body convert food into energy. Now let's talk about sodium. Regular cottage cheese can be high in sodium, sometimes 400 to 500 milligrams per serving. If you're watching your blood pressure, look for low sodium or no salt added varieties. They're becoming more common in grocery stores. Here's how to make cottage cheese taste great and work even better. Mix half a cup of cottage cheese with a handful of chopped walnuts for omega-3s and crunch. Add sliced peaches or pears for natural sweetness and fiber. Sprinkle with cinnamon and a tiny drizzle of maple syrup if you need it. Blend it smooth with a banana and some vanilla extract for a pudding-like texture. Or try this savory version. Mix cottage cheese with diced cucumber, cherry tomatoes, black pepper and fresh dill. It's like a protein-packed tzatziki that you can eat with whole grain crackers or carrot sticks. The texture of cottage cheese bothers some people. If that's you, blend it. Seriously. Throw it in a blender for 30 seconds and it becomes smooth and creamy like a thick yogurt. You can use it as a base for smoothies, salad dressings, or even as a substitute for sour cream. One more thing. Cottage cheese is incredibly versatile for cooking. You can use it in lasagna instead of ricotta. Mix it into scrambled eggs for extra protein. Bake it into muffins or pancakes. The possibilities are endless. For maximum muscle-building benefits, eat cottage cheese as your last snack of the evening, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Pair it with a small handful of almonds or a few whole grain crackers to add a bit of healthy fat, which slows digestion even more and keeps you satisfied through the night. Cottage cheese isn't sexy, it isn't trendy, but it works. And for seniors who want to wake up stronger instead of weaker, that's all that matters. Now, if you're finding this information helpful, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for Seniors Life Health. We release new videos every week packed with simple, science-backed strategies that help you feel stronger, healthier, and more independent. And drop a comment below telling me which of these proteins you're going to try first. All right, let's keep going. Because number 3 is where things get really interesting. Number 3, black beans, the humble legume that rivals steak for muscle-building power. Black beans don't look impressive. They're small, dark, and often overlooked. But inside that unassuming shell is a nutritional powerhouse that science says can match and in some ways surpass animal proteins for maintaining muscle mass in seniors. 1 cup of cooked black beans delivers about 15 grams of protein and 15 grams of fiber. That's a perfect 1-to-1 ratio that does something remarkable in your body. It feeds your muscles while simultaneously feeding your gut microbiome. And as we've discussed, a healthy gut is essential for absorbing protein efficiently. But there's more to the story. Black beans contain something called resistant starch. This is a type of carbohydrate that your small intestine can't digest, so it travels to your colon where it feeds beneficial bacteria. Those bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids, which reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and enhance protein metabolism. What does that mean in plain English? It means black beans help your body use protein more effectively. They make every gram of protein you eat work harder. A study from the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that seniors who regularly consumed legumes like black beans had significantly better muscle retention and lower rates of frailty compared to those who relied primarily on animal proteins. But here's what really shocked researchers. Black beans improve insulin sensitivity. For seniors dealing with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, this is critical. When your insulin sensitivity improves, your muscles absorb glucose and amino acids more efficiently, which means better energy and faster recovery. Black beans are also incredibly rich in magnesium, potassium, and folate. Magnesium helps your muscles relax after they contract, preventing cramps and stiffness. Potassium regulates your heartbeat and blood pressure. And folate supports red blood cell production, which delivers oxygen to working muscles. Now let's talk about preparation, because I know some seniors worry about digestion and gas when it comes to beans. Here's the trick. If you're using canned black beans, rinse them thoroughly under cold water for at least 30 seconds. This removes about 40% of the sodium and much of the oligosaccharides that cause gas. If you're cooking dried beans, soak them overnight in water with a teaspoon of baking soda. The next day, drain them, rinse them, and cook them in fresh water. This process breaks down the complex sugars that cause digestive discomfort. Add a bay leaf or a piece of kombu seaweed to the cooking water. These ingredients contain enzymes that further reduce gas and improve digestibility. Here are some simple, delicious ways to eat black beans. Mash them with a fork, add garlic, cumin, and a squeeze of lime, and spread them on whole grain toast. Mix them with brown rice, diced tomatoes, and avocado for a complete protein bowl. Add them to vegetable soups or stews for extra protein and thickness. Blend them into a smooth dip with tahini, lemon juice, and paprika. Black beans are incredibly affordable. A can costs less than $1 and provides 3 to 4 servings. Dried beans are even cheaper. For seniors on a budget, black beans are a lifeline. One more benefit: black beans have a low glycemic index, which means they won't spike your blood sugar. They release energy slowly and steadily. Number 2. Spirulina, the algae that contains more protein than almost any food on Earth. Now I know what you're thinking. Algae? Really, Dr. Carter? That green pond scum? Yes. And here's why. Spirulina contains about 60 to 70% protein by weight. Let me say that again, 60 to 70%. That's nearly double the protein of beef, triple the protein of chicken, and 10 times the protein of eggs when measured gram for gram. 1 tablespoon of spirulina powder contains about 4 grams of protein. But it's not just the quantity that matters, it's the quality. Spirulina is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids in ratios that closely match what your body needs. And it's one of the most bioavailable proteins on the planet, meaning your body absorbs and uses nearly all of it. A study published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology found that seniors who supplemented with spirulina experienced significant improvements in muscle strength, endurance, and recovery time compared to a placebo group. But spirulina does something even more remarkable. It reduces oxidative stress and inflammation at the cellular level. You see, as we age, our cells accumulate damage from free radicals. This damage accelerates muscle breakdown, slows recovery, and makes it harder to build new muscle tissue. Spirulina is packed with phycocyanin, a powerful antioxidant that neutralizes free radicals and protects your cells from damage. Research shows that spirulina can reduce exercise-induced oxidative stress by up to 30%. That means less soreness, faster recovery, and better results from every workout or physical activity you do. Spirulina is also incredibly rich in iron, which is crucial for seniors, especially women, who often become anemic as they age. Iron helps your red blood cells carry oxygen to your muscles. Without enough iron, you feel tired, weak, and foggy-headed, no matter how much protein you eat. 1 tablespoon of spirulina provides about 2 milligrams of iron, which is 11% of your daily needs. And because it's in a highly absorbable form, your body can use it immediately. Spirulina also contains B vitamins, including B12, which is often deficient in older adults. B12 supports nerve function, brain health, and energy production. Many seniors take B12 supplements, but spirulina provides it naturally in a form your body recognizes and uses efficiently. Now, let's talk about taste, because spirulina has a reputation for being, well, gross. It's true, spirulina has a strong, earthy, slightly fishy taste, but here's the secret: you don't have to taste it. Blend 1 teaspoon of spirulina powder into a smoothie with frozen berries, banana, spinach, and unsweetened almond milk. The fruit completely masks the flavor. Mix it into fresh orange juice or pineapple juice. The citrus cuts the earthiness. Stir it into homemade energy balls made with oats, peanut butter, honey, and dark chocolate chips. Or simply take it in capsule form. Many brands sell spirulina in tablets or capsules, so you get all the benefits without tasting it at all. Start with a small dose, just half a teaspoon per day, and gradually increase to 1 or 2 tablespoons as your body adjusts. One important note: buy high-quality spirulina. Look for organic, tested for purity, and sourced from clean water environments. Some cheap spirulina products can be contaminated with heavy metals or toxins, so invest in a reputable brand. Spirulina isn't just a protein source. It's a complete superfood that supports your muscles, your immune system, your brain, and your energy levels. For seniors looking to maximize their protein intake without eating more food, spirulina is a game changer. But as powerful as spirulina is, it's not number one. Because number one is the gold standard, the protein that tops every clinical study. The one that researchers say works better than anything else for building muscle after 60. Let's talk about it. Number one, whey protein isolate, the scientifically proven muscle-building champion for seniors. Now, before you roll your eyes and think this is just another supplement pitch, hear me out. Because whey protein isn't just for bodybuilders or young athletes. In fact, modern research shows that whey protein may be the single most effective tool for combating muscle loss in seniors. Here's the science. Whey protein contains the highest concentration of leucine of any food source. Leucine is a branched-chain amino acid that acts as a trigger for muscle protein synthesis. Think of it as the key that unlocks your body's muscle-building machinery. After age 60, your muscles become resistant to normal amounts of protein. This is anabolic resistance, and it's the reason you can eat chicken and eggs all day but still feel weak. Your muscles simply don't respond to regular protein signals anymore. But leucine cuts through that resistance like a hot knife through butter. A landmark study from the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who consume just 20 to 30 grams of whey protein daily experienced muscle growth comparable to people in their 20s. Not slightly better, comparable to their 20s. The researchers were shocked. They repeated the study multiple times with different groups, and the results were consistent. Whey protein activates the mTOR pathway, the master regulator of muscle growth, more effectively than any other protein source. But whey protein does more than just build muscle. It also improves bone density by providing calcium and supporting protein matrix formation in bones. Boosts immune function through immunoglobulins and lactoferrin, compounds that fight infections. Helps regulate blood sugar by improving insulin sensitivity and slowing glucose absorption. Supports weight management by increasing satiety and preserving lean muscle mass during weight loss. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who added whey protein to their diet lost fat while gaining muscle, even without changing their exercise routine. That's the power of preserving metabolically active tissue. Now, let's talk about the difference between whey concentrate and whey isolate, because this is critical. Whey concentrate contains about 70 to 80% protein, with the rest being fat and lactose. For some seniors, especially those with lactose intolerance or sensitive digestion, this can cause bloating, gas, or stomach discomfort. Whey isolate, on the other hand, is filtered to remove almost all the fat and lactose. It's about 90 to 95% pure protein. It's easier to digest, it absorbs faster, and it's less likely to cause digestive issues. If you're going to invest in whey protein, choose a high-quality isolate. Look for products with minimal ingredients. So let's recap what we've discovered today. Number 7, lentils, the affordable plant protein that feeds your muscles and your gut. Number 6, hemp seeds, the complete protein that fights inflammation and supports recovery. Number 5, Greek yogurt, the creamy casein that repairs your muscles overnight. Number 4, cottage cheese, the unsexy superfood that keeps protein flowing through your bloodstream for hours. Number 3, black beans, the humble legume that rivals animal proteins while stabilizing blood sugar. Number 2, spirulina, the algae with more protein than almost any food on Earth, plus antioxidants that protect your cells. And number 1, whey protein isolate, the scientifically proven champion that activates muscle growth like nothing else. These aren't just foods, they're tools. Tools to reclaim your strength, your independence, and your quality of life. But here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to eat all of these every day. You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Start with 1. Choose the protein that sounds most appealing to you, that fits your lifestyle, that feels manageable. Maybe it's adding a scoop of whey protein to your morning smoothie. Maybe it's eating half a cup of cottage cheese before bed instead of crackers or cookies. Maybe it's sprinkling hemp seeds on your oatmeal. Small changes compound over time. One smart choice today becomes a habit tomorrow. A habit becomes a lifestyle. And a lifestyle becomes the difference between thriving and just surviving. I've seen it happen hundreds of times in my practice. Seniors who were told they'd never regain their strength, who were told muscle loss was inevitable, who were resigned to becoming weaker every year. They made small, consistent changes to their protein intake, and within weeks they felt different. Within months they tested different. Within a year they looked different. You are not too old. It is not too late. Your muscles are still capable of responding. Your body is still capable of healing. You just need to give it the right building blocks. And that's what protein is, the building block of life. Every cell in your body contains protein. Your muscles, your bones, your skin, your organs, your immune system, your brain, all of it requires protein to function, to repair, to thrive. After 60, you can't afford to take protein for granted. You can't assume you're getting enough. You can't rely on old habits or outdated advice. The science is clear. Seniors need more protein, not less. About 1.0 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, which is higher than the general recommendation. And it needs to be high-quality protein, rich in leucine, easy to digest, and distributed throughout the day. That's what the foods on this list provide. That's why they work. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Aging is inevitable, but weakness is not. Frailty is not. Dependence is not. Every day you make choices. Choices about what you eat, how you move, how you take care of yourself. And every one of those choices either builds you up or breaks you down. The 7 protein sources we discussed today, they build you up. They give your body what it needs to stay strong, to stay mobile, to stay independent. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one protein from this list, just one, and commit to eating it every day for the next 2 weeks. Track how you feel. Notice your energy levels. Pay attention to your strength. See if you recover faster from walks.